Hey, today let's talk about 3 shifts to make to be happier. I'm Coach Heather Evans, inner peace coach and mentor, guiding and supporting you on your journey to live a life led with inner peace. Let's talk happiness. Happiness is what we all want, right? Why can't I just be happy? Maybe this is going good and that is going good and everything's going good, but why can't I be happy? I'm not. What is missing? Why am I not happy? So here's 3 shifts to make so that you can be happier. And plot twist, they have to do with not striving for happiness. Number 1, realize that happiness is not an indicator of whether you're living the right kind of life or not. I used to believe that if I did everything I should do and was living a life I was supposed to live, then I would be happy. And I also felt like happiness was something given and earned by those who earned it. Happiness is an emotion. We feel it as babies, even if we haven't earned it. We feel it as old people, even if we haven't earned it. The money you make is not an indicator of your happiness. The home you live in, there are plenty of people who make tons of money who are very unhappy, and plenty of people who are poor or don't have as much and are very happy. So we know this. We know that happiness is not an indicator of if we're doing well enough in life. We know this, but for some reason we still kind of strive that. So shift number 1 is to realize that happiness is not an indicator that you're living the right kind of life. The second shift is to realize that emotions are fleeting. For example, if all of a sudden you had $10,000 dropped off on your front porch just from like a person dropping it off randomly, how would you feel? So freaking excited, right? I feel so good. I'd be like, yeah, like I just got $10,000, sweet. Like my mood, whoop, great. Now imagine you find out somebody you love dearly was in a car accident and they're in the hospital and you don't know if they're going to make it. Where does your emotion go? Right? Our emotions change based on what's happening around us a lot of the time. And so if our emotions change based off of what's happening around us, happiness could be $10,000 drop off away and sadness could be an instant away. And so when we realize that emotions come and they go, and we know that this will always be this way, right? We're not just going to achieve happiness and then it stays there forever, but we know that emotions and feelings come and go. It means realizing that I'm not always going to be happy. So in the times where I'm not, I don't have to feel so sad and try to get back to happy immediately. Maybe I experience where I'm at because I know that that emotion, maybe it's sadness, will flee and then I'll be back to happy again. So realize that emotions are fleeting and that happiness is not attainable as a constant. It's not ever going to be a constant. We know that days are going to be hard. We know we're going to have hard things in our life. And so we work for happiness, but it's not something that can be constant. And we know that, yet that's where we want to be. And if you struggle with depression, your striving to be happy only makes you feel more like a failure. I know it. I know that feeling so well because I should feel this way, but I feel this way. And so I'm failing at something else because I should be happy and I'm not. So the striving for happiness all the time and always looking somewhere else to be happy actually can lead us to be way less happy than we were in the first place. And the third shift to realize is that there is no hierarchy of emotion. We believe there are good emotions and bad emotions. There's emotions we enjoy feeling and there's some that we don't like to feel, right? So we have been taught that happiness feels good and joy feels good and sadness and anger feel bad. But really, all of these emotions are human experience. I'm not saying you have to be happy that you're sad, but realize, like we talked about earlier, sadness is fleeting. And it's okay to feel sad because to be sad is to be human. We connect as humans with laughter, but we also connect through the pain we suffer and our sadness. And we also connect through our anger right? Like look at social media. You're gonna like find the people that dislike the same people as you, and you're gonna have teams, right? You have a tribe there with your anger. So our emotions connect us, yet we're so quickly to just want to be happy and experience happiness with people. But like, what do we lose when we lose the other emotions and put them as a lesser emotions? Like happiness is the best, and then there's all of these. Now we discount all of these experiences within these emotions, all the connection, all of this soul to soul communication that happens when you bond over a sad moment in your life. So this hierarchy of emotions has got to go, because if we keep putting happiness up here, then we're going to always feel like we're failing when we're not that, when we feel other feelings, which we know are normal, but for some reason we don't allow because we just want to be happy so badly. So then what's the goal, right? Okay, you've convinced me, right? I don't want to be happy anymore. I don't want to be happy. Screw happiness. We don't care about it. The goal, if it's not happiness, the goal becomes inner peace. Because can you go through a meh day and feel okay about it? Peaceful about it? Like it's just part of life? Can you go through a sad experience, like losing someone you love, and feel the deepest grief, but then also have this peace and inner knowing and this calm? So you have the emotion that is still happening on the surface, but inside is a calm. And sometimes the emotion's going to uproot that, right? And you're going to feel chaos. But then can you come back to this inner peace, this inner knowing, this inner calm, and still have sadness happen, and have inner peace and have happiness happen, and have inner peace, and maybe you're angry and really fired up about something, but you still feel rooted and safe and an undercurrent of calm, of peace. The goal becomes inner peace, because inner peace is accessible with all of these emotions. Here comes the happiness, here comes sadness, here comes anger, here come all these feelings, all the feels. But then I still can come back to inner peace. And when I come back to inner peace, I'm not coming back to happiness. I'm not pushing away what emotion I'm feeling, but I feel a sense of security and safety in this peace that I have. Those are the 3 shifts to make you happier. Number 1, realize that happiness is not an indicator of a good life. Number 2, realize that emotions are fleeting, and that happiness is not the goal or achievable at all times. And number 3, realize there is no hierarchy of emotion. And then wrap it up in a bow. Boom. Inner peace. How do I get to the point where inner peace is my goal? If you need support on this journey to figure out how these shifts apply to you, and then how to, okay, if this happiness isn't the goal, then how do I get to inner peace? Please feel free to reach out to me, and then start collecting things that lead you to inner peace. If you're interested in more, you can go to my website, coachheatherevans.com, sign up for my email list, The Good Stuff, and I'll send you good stuff just like this straight to your inbox. See you later.